This is Isaiah 19 and 2. And it says, "And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom." I like to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai. Double honors to the apostle elders, a great millstone who rule well. And salutations to all you brothers out there pushing this word in love, truth, sincerity, and humility. Once again, it's the brother Shatia from the Chicago camp, coming back to you with what I hope is another quick and edifying sit down. And this is just a follow up to the Alabama situation, because watching many of the videos yesterday, which were absolutely hilarious, you had there was one element that I started to notice as I was looking at many of these videos. And you have a lot of Edomites, and I know some were, the speckled bird, but a lot of them were Edomites, okay? And you had many of them voicing their utter distaste for what happened. And many of them were just like, no, you make us look bad. Like, see, this is the shit that we're talking about. This is why things can't get right in America, because basically you all are the problem. And they were just saying that our nation of people is the problem. It's like you guys want to sprout this madness about how could a man hit a woman in the head with a chair, and how can you laugh and say violence is the answer? What if it was the other way around? Hey, you had Edomites on there saying, "What are you talking about? It's been the other way around for years." And you got the audacity to try to put us in check when you clearly saw that this family harassed this man first, just like they do in many other situations. They're like, no, we're not down for that. We glad that they got their asses whooped. Many Edomites felt they should have got worse. But they're just like, that just goes to show you the the humanity that Jake has. That even when you out of order and we beat that ass, we just move on. Like, okay, you was out of line. We beat your ass, and now it's done. He's like, no, it's not like our nation of people where any person of any other nationality, they don't have to do anything wrong and it ends up being death. So how dare you try to come in and talk about why it was so terrible and why does it need to resort to violence? See, they're a whole nation of people divided right now, because the whole world is watching. I guarantee you the whole world is watching that video. And they are extremely divided on this issue. And it's one of those things where, from what I saw in many of these videos, many of these Edomites are hoping that more situations like this happen. They're hoping that more situations happen where their nation of people keep messing with us, and they're going to, as the popular saying goes now, fuck around and find out. because the Edomites that are speaking up, they understand like this is going on for far too long without any type of repercussions. And see, that reminds me of Psalm, what's that Psalm 79? Let me see. Man, this whole one is kind of fire. But I'm gonna try to go through it as quickly as possible. I might go through this whole Psalm 79, but it says Psalm 79 and 1. It says, O Most High, the heathen are come into thine inheritance, thy holy temple have they defiled. They have laid Jerusalem on heaps. The dead bodies of thy servants have they given to be meat unto the fowls of the heaven, the flesh of thy saints unto the beast of the earth. It says, their blood have they shed like water round about Jerusalem, and there was none to bury them. It says, we are become a reproach, meaning a shame, to our neighbors, a scorn and derision to them that are round about us, which is true. Especially since, as Job 9 and 24 says, the earth has been given into the hands of the wicked. Okay, ever since bad Uncle Esau got rulership, all right, this man has been putting absolute hell on us. And we've been treated with utter disdain, so much so that we've become the joke of the entire world. And it's verse 5, it says, how long, Yahweh, wilt thou be angry forever? Shalt thy jealousy burn like fire? Because we've been going through this for so long, for so many lifetimes. We're just like, is the Lord ever going to give us a break? Like, are we ever just going to be able to have a moment where we can breathe or have some rest or just be done with this affliction? It says, pour out thy wrath upon the heathen that have not known thee, and upon the kingdoms that have not called upon thy name. For they have devoured Jacob and laid waste his dwelling place. Not only our home, but everywhere Jake has been scattered. All right, we've been completely devoured. Just go read Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, started from the 15th verse on down, on up. Okay, Jake has been destroyed in every single way possible. Okay, the most important being that we were discontinued from that heritage. That's the main thing, because through that, everything else followed right behind it. And it says, remember not against us former iniquities, let thy tender mercy speedily prevent us, for we are brought very low. Right? You have to remember Deuteronomy, it said, it be no might in our hands. And for so many years, under the cruel oppression of bad Uncle Esau, these devils have been able to just do whatever they want to us and get away with it. It says, help us, O power of our salvation, for the glory of thy name, and deliver us and purge away our sins for thy name's sake. Wherefore should the heathen say, where is their power? Let him be known among the heathen in our sight by the revenging of our blood of thy servants, which is shed. Right? These are supposedly the children of the Lord. Where's their power now? So Asaph's like, hey, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, they mocking us because we're not getting any help. Show them you're real. We know you're real, but show them that you are real. It says, let the sighing of the prisoner come before thee, according to the greatness of thy power. Pressure thou those that are appointed to die. And this is the point. and render unto our neighbors sevenfold unto their bosom their reproach wherewith they have reproached thee, O Yahweh. So we, thy people and sheep of thy pasture, will give thee thanks forever and will show forth thy praise to all generations. And that's a lot of its point, but verse 12 I really wanted to talk about a little bit more. It says, and render to our neighbors sevenfold unto their bosom, repay them back perfectly. And see, we're coming into the time where bad Uncle Esau is about to get paid back perfectly. And many of those Edomites on TikTok are saying, yes, it's about damn time that our nation of people finally get what's coming to them. Because they've been getting away with it far too long. Far too long we've seen the narrative. Because guarantee, if this wasn't recorded, we all know this would have ended a different way. But many of these Edomites were saying how joyed they were seeing their own people get their ass whooped because everything about it was just so divinely poetic. It's far too long. This situation usually ends with Jake getting beat up, shot, tased, having dogs sicked on him. And then somebody dies. And then the narrative is all misconstrued. And then there's Jake families having to bury their family members, all because they're able to twist the narrative and manipulate the law to their liking. But this was not that situation. You had a situation where you actually saw justice being rendered in an extremely divine way. As people said, this fight happened at a place where you had slaves being sold. The inventor of the folding chair was a Jake. The boat coming in was the Harriet Tubman. And you had the police who actually let the judgment go down. And when folks came to help, the police were actually behind Jake. And guess what? Nobody got murdered or killed. Isn't that something? Something we definitely do not see. And these diehard Edomites are highly upset, as situations like this are only going to further cause division amongst them, which I can't wait. And it just goes to show what's said in, what's that, Matthew 12? That a kingdom divided cannot stand. Yep, Matthew 12 and 25. And it says, and Yahushai knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. And you can clearly tell that this is a nation divided, meaning that we're at the end of this thing. All right. Bad Uncle Esau is about to fall, and Jake is about to come up. Because I guarantee you, man, this thing, when you watch a lot of these videos, you can tell that this has sparked something different in Jake. Like, you can see it. You can feel it, like this has sparked something different in Jake. Because I guarantee you, this is these Edomites are going to try it again, and the Lord is going to just start giving Jake the victory. And somebody else made a video, and it was an Ephraimite brother. I saw a few of them with an Ephraimite brother and a few Issacharites, and they were just like, dude, that shit is what's up. Hey, my Latinos, hey, it's time for us to get on board. It's time. so, so hey, once Judah get roused up, all right, Ephraim ain't gonna be that far behind, which lets you know that when you see this, it's man, this is a beautiful thing. I don't want to drag this on any longer, but definitely watch out for a video with Ephraim dealing with some knucklehead Edomites. So nonetheless, I hope you all were edified. So next time we're gonna say Shalom.